All right, let's talk about transforming FP&A. We're going to dive into how you can use AI to, finally break free from that manual grind and step up into the role you were meant for, a real strategic partner to the business. Let's get right into it. Sound familiar? Oh, I bet it does. It's that classic end of day, we need this now request from the CFO. It's the kind of thing that has you staring down the barrel of an all-nighter, just you and a mountain of spreadsheets. For so many of us in FP&A, that's just the job. But what if it didn't have to be? So take a look at this number, 80%. This single number, it's at the heart of the problem for so many finance teams. It's a huge piece of your work week. But 80% of what? What are we even talking about here? Yep, 80% of your time is spent just gathering data, not actually analyzing it. Think about that. You're basically a data janitor, right? Just copying and pasting, cleaning things up, moving numbers around, not the strategic analyst you were hired to be. Well, the good news is, that's all about to change. Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll start with what these tools actually are. Then we'll get into your new AI toolkit, talk about the super important platinum rule of data, cover how to master the prompt, and wrap it all up with an action plan so you can get started like this week. All right, first up, from spreadsheet monkey to partner, let's really get a handle on the tool itself. To get the most out of this stuff, you really need the right mental model for what a large language model is and what it isn't. That's key. So here's the best way to think about it. An LLM, it's like a brilliant, fresh out of college analyst. I mean, this person has read literally every financial report ever published. They're a whiz at drafting emails, structuring reports, summarizing text. But, and this is a big but, they have never worked a single day at your company. They have zero business context, zero judgment about what actually drives your numbers. It's a powerful tool for sure, but it is not a replacement for your expertise. Okay, next section, your new AI toolkit. Now that we have that mental model of the brilliant but inexperienced analyst, let's actually build out the toolkit. Because here's the thing, it's not about finding one magic AI to rule them all. Nope, it's about knowing which tool is the right one for the job at hand. So let's break down the big four. Think of ChatGPT as your all-purpose Swiss Army knife. It's great for drafting variance commentary, executive summaries, you name it. Claude. Now, Claude is your specialist. It's fantastic with really long, dense documents, like combing through a board pack. And then you've got Gemini and Copilot. These are your embedded experts. They live right inside Google Workspace or Microsoft 365, helping you automate stuff directly in Sheets or Excel. And it doesn't stop with the big four. Check out these rising stars. These are absolute game changers for specific tasks. You've got Perplexity AI, which is like your own personal research analyst. It gives you market data, and this is huge, with clickable citations so you can verify everything. Then there's DeepSeek, which is amazing for complex financial calculations because it actually shows you its step-by-step reasoning. And Grok, think of it as your real-time pulse on the market. All right, section 3, the platinum rule of data. Now, before we go any further, we have to stop and talk about what is, without a doubt, the single most important topic for anyone in finance using these tools, and that's security. Seriously, this part is non-negotiable. I'm talking about the platinum rule. This isn't just a best practice, folks. It's the foundation of using AI responsibly in our line of work. What I'm about to say next, you need to burn it into your memory. Here it is. Never input raw, unsanitized company data into a public AI tool, ever. Let me say it again, because it's that important. Never do it. Why? Because those free public versions of these tools, they often use your conversations to train their models. You have to work under the assumption that anything you type in could, one day, become public knowledge. Period. So you're probably asking, okay, how do we actually use this stuff then? Well, you get smart about anonymizing your data. It's actually pretty straightforward. Instead of plugging in real revenue numbers, index them. So budget equals 100, and you work from there. Or just use percentages and variances, never the absolute numbers. Instead of Acme Corp, you say major enterprise customer. See? And you can always frame your question as a hypothetical case study. It's a really effective way to get help without revealing anything sensitive. Okay, but what about the other big risk you hear about? AI hallucinations. What does that even mean? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's when the AI just confidently makes stuff up. It'll invent market benchmarks, give you a broken Excel formula, or even cite a research report that literally doesn't exist. And the fix for this is simple. It's a mantra. Never trust, always verify. You have to drill this into your head. You are the human in the loop. You are the expert. So you test every single formula it generates. You double-check every benchmark it gives you. You are the final line of defense, the ultimate quality control. Okay, on to section 4, mastering the prompt. This is the fun part, really. You've got your toolkit, you know the security rules. So how do you get the AI to give you amazing, useful results? Well, it's pretty simple. Quality in equals quality out. It all comes down to your prompt. And here's a super simple but really powerful framework to help you do that. Just remember RCTF. Think of it like a recipe for a perfect prompt. R is for role, tell it who to be. C is for context, give it the background. T is for task, tell it exactly what to do. And F is for format, tell it what the output should look like. You nail these 4 things, you're going to get gold back every time. Let's look at a real-world example. Here's a great prompt using that RCTF framework. See? We start with the role. Act as a senior FP&A analyst. Then the context. Our Q3 revenue was 8% below budget. Then the task, write variance commentary. And finally, the all-important format. 3 concise paragraphs, what happened, why it matters, and what we're doing about it. It's so clear, so specific, there's no room for guessing. And look at what you get back. It's perfect, not just some random block of text, right? You get a structured, board-ready narrative. Paragraph 1, here's what happened. Paragraph 2, here's why it's a big deal. Paragraph 3, here's our action plan. This is the power of a great prompt. This is what takes the AI from being a cool toy to a legit professional tool in your arsenal. All right, last section, your first week with AI. We've covered the what, the why, and the how. So let's wrap this all up with a really simple, totally actionable plan to get you going without it feeling like a huge, overwhelming thing. So here's your plan for this week, step by step. Day 1, just set up the accounts. That's it. Go to ChatGPT, maybe Claude and Perplexity. Easy. Days 2 and 3, just play. Take some old anonymized data from last month's close and just mess around with it. No pressure. Then, by the end of the week, try it on something real, but low risk, like drafting a quick executive summary. The whole point here is just to build a little momentum and start making this a habit. And always remember the big why behind all of this. It all comes back to that 80% number. We're trying to eliminate that manual, low-value work. This isn't about just shaving a few minutes off your day. No, this is about fundamentally changing your job so you can focus on the stuff that really matters, strategic insight, and being a true partner to the business. So look, if you only remember 3 things from our time together today, make it these. 1, start small with low-risk tasks. Just build up your confidence. 2, protect your company's data. Absolutely, no compromises. And 3, always verify the output. You are the expert. And I just want to leave you with this one final thought. The future of FP&A, it isn't about AI versus humans. Not at all. It's about AI-augmented humans just completely outperforming everyone else. The professionals who really lean in and learn how to use these tools, they won't just be faster. They'll be smarter, more strategic, and way more valuable. The future isn't about replacement. It's about partnership.